The best thing I like about this countdown, Abby, is that no
Yeah.
one knows we're lurking behind here and they can't
Hmm.
hear us.
We
It's
could be making
we could
faces.
we
They don't
could be
know.
making hello everybody. We know that you could actually hear us when we were talking. That's, how is everyone today? Thanks for joining us for Writing Sprint Thursdays with your host Hank, and Abby is joining us
Temporary.
to kick things off here. Um, yeah, it's been a crazy week trying to get stuff ready for hashtag Indie Summer. And Abby and I have so much great stuff to share with you guys over the next 2 months. Thank you all for joining us today. Hello, David. Hello, RL Platt. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Hope. Hello, NJ. Matalver. I'm scrolling to see who I. Emily, good to see you. Ah, we got a great crowd today. Thank you guys for joining us. David, I think I said David already, but you know, who doesn't mind getting mentioned twice? Uh, let's see. I'm just scrolling. Boy, you guys have been JM Brown, hello. You guys have been lively in the chat already this morning. We love showing up and seeing that you guys are ready to get going. What's everybody working on today? I have a new story that I'm working on, and I'll be
Ooh.
working in my Dabble project, working on that today. Are you working on anything, Abby, or are you?
I'm going to go work on some emails, but I'll tell you what, it's really hard not to be working on. Do you ever just get like a really amazing book in your genre and you start reading it and you're like, oh my God, this makes me want to write something new? And I found a book. There's so often that I get middle grade books and I start reading them and I'm like,
Yeah,
like this is okay, but you kind of keep
yeah,
reading anyway. No, I got a great one. So I'm
yeah.
reading Skunk and Badger, Amy Timberlake.
I'm not
First of
familiar with that.
all, look at this precious illustration. I mean, just looking at the illustration, you're like, Abby's going to like this book. And it's like an odd couple friendship book. So again, I love it.
Yeah.
Talking animals, again, I love it. I like the author's voice. So I'm just like, she won a Newbery, I think. I don't know. She won a bunch. Yeah, Newbery honor author, Amy Timberlake. Best. She's. I don't know. So I'm just like super stoked. But then I also have Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe that came.
Oh, fun.
And I don't have it here, but I have one that you would be totally into, Hank.
Yeah. What's
Because,
that?
first of all, the cover is super retro. I mean, it was like they don't even print it anymore. I had to buy a used copy. It was called Bicycling Through Time and Space.
Ooh.
And it's literally a bicycle, a guy who rides a bicycle through
Yeah.
space in time. And I'm like, I don't need to know anymore. I'm
Why does
totally in
that
for that one
feel
too.
like Douglas Adams?
I think that might be why I was initially sort of
Yeah.
attracted to it, and then like the retro cover kind of made me think of you, made me think of more crap that I like too, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. But I thought it was going to be a middle grade book. It is not. It's a 30-something-year-old divorced man,
Oh,
and I'm like,
that's different.
okay, okay, okay. So yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna be. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
So,
Well,
oh, and look who I.
we are 30 seconds away from sprint number 1. I'm going to paste the link to sprint number 1 in the chat again just in case anyone hasn't seen it, and then the link right above where it says join our next sprint here should be working to send us right over to sprint number 2, but we'll post the link to that. And there's our 10-second countdown timer.
All right.
We'll see you
Good
guys
luck,
on the other
everybody.
side. Thanks for joining me, Abby. Everybody else, good luck getting those words. And hello, Rosalinda from Greece. So nice to have you with us. And there's our countdown. The first sprint is finished. By the way, everybody, on my screen, the preview that I see, everything is reversed. Can you guys just tell me in the chat if my screen is reversed for you? Does everything look like it's going the wrong direction? Just it would just be helpful to know if it's just my preview that's reversed or if it's actually going out to the world. And if it is, maybe I can fix it. Uh Matolver couldn't wait any longer and had to go grab snacks. Man, I wish I would have gotten some snacks as well. Um it's let's see, that's sprint number 1. Sprint number 2, I'll copy the link into the chat here just in case anyone needs it. How'd it go, guys? I'm doing some maintenance, getting my Dabble project updated with the first book in a new trilogy that I've contracted to write, and getting ready to start writing some new words. I've got a bit of a head cold though, one of these weird summer colds that's got me feeling like I'm outside my body a little bit. So I'm trying to do work on my project that's not requiring me to be crazy creative yet, but we got to do it. I may wind up rewriting that, but such is life. Hope said you are on the right and the chapters on the right, but all the right way. Great. That's what I needed to know. Thank you. Matalber minus 345. That's awesome. Let's see. JM Brown 574. Sylvan 362. Warming up. That's right. Get the rust out of those fingers and get it going. I love to see everyone making progress, either adding words or trimming those words up. If you're like Matalver, David was 740 words. Congratulations. Rosalinda said, "Yay! First words I've written in weeks. 376. That's such a great feeling. And you always wonder when I start a new project or take a break or something. Am I gonna be able to get back into it? And we talk a lot about the blank page being the great equalizer, but it's like riding a bike. It all comes back once you start getting the fingers limbered up. Ashpash with 1,044. Congratulations. Congratulations. Love to see it. Love to see it. What are you guys working on today? Anything exciting? Are we getting close to finishing? Anyone starting something new? Are we writing a particularly difficult scene? What's going on? Tell me about what you're working on. Let's see. NJ said adding some layers to relationships while editing. Love it. Um, I like to use the onion method where my buddy Steve Bowyer kind of taught me that little trick where you write a scene out and then you go back and you add layers and you add layers and add layers until you get it just perfect. Emily said I sketched out a couple of foxes. Tomorrow I am crafting a story with preschoolers talking about talking at well that's why you said foxes about talking animals. Just got inspired by Abby's intro to the book. I love it, love it. So great. Hope said I found a previous draft where my story was more of a psychological thriller. It's become more of a dark fantasy. Ooh, that's intriguing. I'm currently seeing what scenes can be translated and adapted for my current draft. I am so sorry, y'all. My monitor is pushed back to them. Having difficulty reading some of the comments. It's my fault. It's nothing to do with you guys. Reed said pushing through on my fantasy saga book 1. Love to see it. Love to see it. Ashley said, I love it when I break 1,000 and I'm on my last scene for this part in the series. Whoa. That sounds like we need to celebrate, actually. As starting a second novel with editing my first, trying to break up the Love it, love it. Okay, guys, sprint number 2, we'll see you in 20. And there's the 10-second countdown timer. That is sprint number 2 in the books for today. I'm going to join sprint number 3 and copy and paste the link into the chat for anyone who needs it. All right. Picking up with the comments that I left off on last time, was it David who had a comment that I didn't get to read? Oh, first Ashley said the main characters who are kids are having a heart to heart. I love that. David, I'm writing my choose your own adventure story. I love that. And speaking of that, I got a choose your own adventure murder mystery in the mail the other day, and we're trying to schedule an interview with Anthony Johnson, who wrote this really fun. Um, just like the old choose your own adventure. It's broken into scenes. You read a scene, and at the bottom of that, it asks you, which decision you would like to take, and depending on that, it tells you to turn to whichever scene number that is, and you can pick up the story. Love it. I can't wait to see what you write. David, I love the choose your own adventures, and I'm glad to see that it's having a bit of a moment again. So can't wait to see what you turn up with. Matalver said that shame when you spell a word so wrong that not even spell check can help you. I feel your pain. I do. As a kid that grew up with dyslexia, sometimes you type something and you're like, "Wow, spell check didn't get it," and I don't even know if I can decipher what I was trying to say. And then you kind of read back over the passage and try to pick up some context. But I feel you. David, 629 words. Kara, 275. Reed says 492 for a subtotal of 1,020. Congratulations. Matalver, uh, Munis, 4,000 words or so. Congratulations. Hope, 388. Rosalinda with 352. Iva, 457. Rosalinda, is this a new book that you're writing? Were you on vacation? Are you starting a new series? Tell us what you're working on. Iva 457. Ashley says 820. My MCs are having an argument with their heart to heart, keeping it PG because they're still early teens. Love it. NJ, almost to 41,000. Oh, it's such a fun place to be. Oh, let's see. David said that's great. I can't wait. Reed, I loved those as a kid. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain held a special place in my heart. Such fun. Such fun. Kara, I'm turning a 1,200 word thriller I wrote last year into a 3,000 word holiday heart. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Matalver says, listen, comeuppances is a really hard word. Yeah, even if you spell it right, it's a hard word, especially if your monitor's far away and you're questioning what you're reading. Kara says, my son is actually able to find amusement in his dyslexia, something I never would have been able to do. I was always shamed for it. Yeah. Uh, I think that the world is a nicer place for people that have those sorts of challenges now. Yeah, in the 70s when I was learning to read, it was a bit of a struggle, and not everyone understood why you couldn't just pick it up like everyone else did. So I'm glad your son's having a better experience. NJ, when doing accents, I spell everything phonetically. Very satisfying. Rebellion against autocorrect to spell check. I feel you. Rosalinda said, I moved onto a boat in Greece until mid-August, so it took all my attention. I left the trilogy of thrillers on a cliffhanger, so I have to write more. Love uh, Greece and the Mediterranean in general, so I'm jealous, and I'm glad getting to have an experience. Okay, guys. Sprint number 3. See you in 20 minutes. And that's the end of our 3 20-minute sprints. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope that you had a successful writing session. I got a lot done on my manuscript. I am 19 chapters out of 30 done, so right at 2/3 of the way. I hope to get some good writing time this weekend. It's a holiday weekend for those of us in the U.S., and I hope that you guys are taking some quality time to recharge your batteries and keep your mental health in good shape and all of that good stuff. Those of you not in the U.S., celebrate with us in spirit, if you would. David was 727 words, Hope 366, and things are running past as I read dyslexics of the world, untie. That joke never gets old. Rosalinda with 475. Sounds like you're knocking the rust off and getting back at it, Rosalinda. Congratulations. Hope with 370. Kara 466. And Matalber said, "Great work, everyone. Super proud of you all, as always, as I am as well." David 727. NJ broke 4K, 41K. Congratulations, NJ. Good job. Good work. I have a 695 for a total of 1567. Congratulations. Reed 498 for a grand total of 1518. Ashpash 841, 2731 total. And the daily total is now 3938. Boy, you're really burning things up today, Ashpash. Congratulations. Kara, I was about 700 words to go in my first draft. Then it's time to refine. Yes, that's super awesome. NJ said, "Happy Independence Day, America." Well, I speak for all of America when I say thank you for that, NJ. Rosalinda 1203 total. Hip hip hooray. We'll all celebrate with you, Rosalinda. And NJ, like and subscribe, everyone. Don't forget. Hit the little notification bell on the Dabble channel so you never miss any of the stuff we're up to. Next week, Abby and I kick off #Indie Summer, and we're gonna have so much amazing content. It's gonna be so fun. We've got she and I have been cranking out material behind the scenes, recording some videos. We've got lots of interviews scheduled. Special guests are coming in each week to tackle different topics. Going to be so much fun. And I just realized that my camera is all fuzzy, and I apologize. Ashpash finished the part of the series, made myself cry a little because it was bittersweet ending that turned super sweet. What is there a better comment to end the show on? I think that's perfect. Ashley, congratulations. And hopes that I love happy endings. Don't make me throw the book across the room. I love it. Well, with that, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, and have a great weekend, and do some celebrating, do some recharging of the batteries, and come back next week ready to tackle the world. Happy weekend, everyone. We'll see you next week.